Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P-Funk, thinking right, out here in my lab, where I do what I do for you. Today, right is 25 rules to live by storytelling, story with the message of the story for life. You seem to be appreciating the lessons. You keep tuning in. I'm going to keep getting to you. I appreciate you tuning in, so I got nothing but more for you, so stay tuned. Let's do this. Right Thinkers' mission, and I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate all individuals to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right Thinkers' way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is to get you to do just that. I'm here every day to give you the information to help you do just that. Your job is to tune in and receive it and then do it. Let's go. Know thyself is the question I ask every day. You have to answer it for yourself every day. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. I can teach them. I appreciate you. Stay tuned. That's why I do what I do for you. A person who knows not and believes that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is asleep. I'm the spiritual alarm clock. I wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to Maya, be true. Today, if we all learn Maya, we wouldn't have what's going on today. And I got to bring this out again. I only go by what I see. I'm going to load up and shed some light on right thinkers. Let's talk about the spiritual war that we are in today. I'm not talking about good and evil. I'm talking about Christian versus Christian. That's a spiritual war that should not take place. That should not happen if what they was giving us or teaching us was the truth. They will all say the same thing. They all give the same lesson. They all have the same message. They're not doing that. I'm just saying. I see religious in-house fighting. I don't understand it. If it was true, that would not be done. Could not happen. But if you going on what you believe it means and what he believe it means, and they're going to say what they believe it means, so everybody got different ideas about the same thing, that's not good. If I teach what I teach, Maya philosophy, aka right thinking, and anyone else wants to teach Maya philosophy, they better be teaching the same thing I'm teaching, or I better be teaching the same thing they're teaching. We should not be teaching the same thing different. Yeah, some believers in Jesus believe this concept. Then you got some believers don't believe that concept. No unity, no truth. Truth, only time you have that is what they call chaos. With Maya, we take care of chaos. We need order. We need discipline. We need righteousness. We need everything to line up to be right. That way, we can't get it wrong. Everybody I listen to teach Maya teach the same thing that I teach. With our own little personality, but it's the same thing. All Christians, I guess, teach the same philosophical point of view, but I get it. Religion is the number one spiritual weapon in warfare by the what? The wicked ones who push what? The well-dressed lie, aka the belief system or religion. I'm not calling out one particular religion. all of y'all are based on belief system that man set forth. So I don't exclude none of y'all. Okay? I don't no same thing. Y'all all take this and believe that, but let me know what you know. Then we can have a conversation. Alright. It's only, and for all you people, please understand this. I do my work, I study, take care of business. I'm telling you, ain't but one spirit, ain't but one God. Philosophical points of view, reasonable facts and understanding will explain that to you. I hear people say the evil spirits make you do evil things. Wrong. And if you believe that, then let me try to clear up that belief with facts and knowledge. And if you still, after hearing the facts and knowledge, want to believe that, that's your choice again. Spirit is divine. The world in which the spirit comes into in the flesh is hell. This is the level that we live on. The five senses we got used to deal in this realm. This is hell. And the reason why we suffer here in this realm is because of ignorance. The ancients had knowledge of self. They didn't suffer through ignorance. They suffered from being taken over, invaded, led into uncomfortable situations, slavery, so to speak. But when they was doing what they wanted to do, they was free, they were spiritual, they lived in harmony amongst themselves for over 3,000 years. This is what I went there to get, that concept that held up for 3,000 years amongst their own people. I came to understand it to be right thinking, philosophical points of views, Maya, Shita-netic, Semi-Tawi, all these views and concepts that our ancients used to live in harmony with the land and themselves. God is our spirit. Amen. The hidden one, the hidden force that's in all living things. He gave us free will. That thing up in our head, that brain, it holds consciousness. But guess what? That thing in our chest holds more consciousness. So the idea of evil spirits, wrong. Evil conscious, right. Egoistic, right. God being evil, no. Please understand that. The spirit is life. It don't make any decisions. It's not conscious of anything except what it knows to be divine and true. Listen to the heart. Listen to the gut. Let your conscience be your guide. All these is higher conscious concepts that ignorant people don't subscribe to. Why? Because it takes you to raise your consciousness and be a little bit better to comprehend and to learn. And right thinking helps you do that. Day by day. And then you get good at it. You practice until you perfect it. Simple. When you practice on knowing yourself, you become a right thinker. Why? You will know yourself. When you know yourself, you've mastered right thinking. It's time to move on. Become your own master and get you some disciples and teach them what you know. It don't stop. I'm just another link in the chain of knowledge and passing it down. I know my place. I will be running with the torch for a while. I plan on being here for a minute. So whoever in line behind me, you might get a little impatient, like Ramsey's kid did, because he didn't get my chance. He outlived all of them. So if you waiting for me to get up this seat, it's going to be a minute. I'm here for a while. Trust me. So understand that. All right? I don't hand the torch off until I think it's time and ready. Right now, we ain't even close. I can tell you that. All right, here you go. Now, I use knowledge to enlighten my spirit, heart, mind, coherence. I want them to work as one so that I can what? Know myself. Through knowledge, experience, and gnosis, I become to know the things I experience. That's my wisdom and my knowledge, understanding that there is a higher consciousness at work. And he takes care of those who follow his lead. Evil, watch this, is in what? The ego consciousness of man. That ain't got nothing to do with God. Maya is divine. She gives you everything that's good and righteous. It fed her counterpart that we don't talk about because he ain't famous, but that's pure evil. We use Apophis to represent pure evil. We use the ego to show you that's your conscience on its own doing what it wants to do, aka edge God out. You're on your own when you're following the ego. We understand that. I'm trying to get you to understand that concept so you stop blaming stuff on this devil that you create or this bad spirits that you make up. See, that's all ignorant talk. That's all expressed by ignorant people. I'm here to enlighten you, not to rag on you, disrespect you, no, just to enlighten you. But I got to tell you about you, so I'm going to do that. In the meantime, I'm going to enlighten you by doing that. The spirit is, hear me again, divine. It's of God. It's never evil. End of that discussion, please. Just understand that. All that, what I thought I could care less what you thought. I just enlightened you to something you obviously didn't know. So take that and use it and move on. I'm a spiritual master. For those who don't know, don't give bad advice. If you don't know something, spiritually shut up and say, I don't know. Don't give misguided or bad advice to have somebody believe something that you don't know. Or just because you believe it, don't pass it along. If it ain't legitimized and proven, it's suspect. It's subjective. It's whatever. But it's not facts. It ain't the truth. I hear the ignorant ones, and I get annoyed, giving their ignorant opinions. Get spiritual knowledge before you give spiritual advice. Believers believe there is evil spirits. Okay, again, you believe in something that you don't know. I'm trying to clarify your belief with facts and knowledge so that you can stop believing the wrong thing. Because they are what? Spiritually ignorant. If you don't have spiritual knowledge, then you should have no spiritual advice. Please stop giving the spirit a bad rap because of your ignorance by giving what you believe to other ignorant people. Because obviously they just ignorant as you are, blind leading the blind, ignorant enlightening the ignorant. Really? Sorry. I try to teach right thinkers what? Spiritual truths. Why? So they will know the spirit. They will know that the spirit is divine for themselves. Evil comes from the heart of man. Let me wrap this up. Your ego, here we go. Ego is you. The spirit of God, your ego wants to be God. It thinks it's God. Sound familiar? And guess what? I'll go you one better. It believes it's God. When you become God conscious, watch this. You become a warrior for God by doing what? What's right for the right reason and to earn your blessings. If you are a servant of God, you know all you got to do is serve Him. Everything else take care of itself. But if you're a believer in God, you ain't really sure about what you're doing. If you ain't doing what you're supposed to do, you wonder why you ain't getting blessed. Oh, I pray, I do right. But He know, again, the heart. Let them say with their mouth whatever they want, but I know the heart, and I will not bless those whose heart is not pure. How did He know that? If you believe Jesus is God, you still have to do and fulfill principles and live by them to what? Show you believe in Jesus, you're going to do what Jesus, whatever it is the Bible, the scripture says, that's what you got to do. So you don't get a free ride. Just, I believe in Jesus. Jesus is God. And that's it. No. So I don't care what you believe. I want to know the work that you're doing. That's what you're going to be judged by. If you're egoistic, all you do is serve you, even if you claim to be spiritual, There's a lot of that going on. I call it still in the name of the Lord. You got people thinking you a minister, a preacher, or a man of God, but the whole time you flaming them to get yours, to fatten your pockets. If the preacher is growing in stature and finance and the church ain't growing with him, the same stuff he preach about, he got to look in the mirror. I'm just saying. Where we at? Okay, watch this now. Here we go. Watch this. If you're a lover of praise, look at me. Me. I'm the CEO. I run this. I started this. Who did this? Me. I got this. If you're that person, you're serving yourself, not God. And guess what? God knows that. So your blessings won't be. You get a visit. Okay, now your ego won't stop you from serving it. It don't care. You have to come to grips and conquer your ego by what? Having knowledge and understanding and putting him in check, so to speak. Controlling your emotions, controlling your passion, controlling anything that has to do with you reacting in a negative manner. You need to get control of that, because that's all ego. When you do that, you become dispassionate, you become easygoing, you become more peaceful. Why? Because you're not serving the ego. The ego is arrogant, nasty, quick-witted, and snappy. So when you give up those qualities, you become a likable person. People will like you for you, not just what you do for them or the position or title that you hold over them. Sorry about that. Reel it in. Knowledge of God is when you defeat or control who? Your ego. That's right there, the philosophy. Number one creed. Conquer the ego. Why? Because you will never get to the next level without him being in your service department. If he's running the show, you'll never get where you want to go. So control him, put him in the working position, and he'll serve you well. Trust me, he's a very good servant. Terrible leader. I had an ego, watch this, big as all outdoors. Trust me. Humongous. Even bigger. But once I found myself, I started serving my higher self. I used the ego to my advantage. If you're not in control of yourself, aka the ego, at all times, not when it's convenient, not when, no, at all times, other than that, he will get you. Like being where the other guy, you call the devil, I call it the ego. Conceptually, you call him that, I call him that. 6 on one hand, half done the other. But the bottom line is still the result. The results are the same. Control it. Don't let it control you. So what you call it, don't make a difference to me. Who you call him, it don't matter either. It's what you do that makes the difference. And a lot of us, spiritual warriors, watch this, are doing our part to what? Enlighten our people. Everybody don't want to teach spiritual enlightenment. Some of us get it, use it, and manifest, and it'll show on its own. Like masonry, we don't solicit, we show. So right thinkers, we don't go around trying to grow, we show and let them ask us. That's how we prove who we are, by doing what we do and let them see it. Don't talk about it, I'm a right thinker. Nah, show. You can't be a spiritual warrior without having defeated and gain control of your ego. Ego and spirituality don't go together. Spirit first, ego, get behind me. Devil, get behind me. Whatever you want to call it. But even on a two-headed personality, when you got Haru on one and Set on the other, Set is really behind. So he will take his rightful place. He will hold his count. And if you don't keep him in check, he always going to try to take over. Simple. Last one. I appreciate you tuning in. 19 minutes again. As a spiritual warrior, which I am, I use my ego for the right reason, to keep me doing my job for my higher self. We're not stopping. So that's what the ego does for me. Use it to your benefit. That's what it's there for. In the spiritual war, the ego should be your ally, not your leader. I appreciate you tuning in. I'll be back.